People think you just getting money. I mean, when that ain't true, you're not always consistently getting revenue.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to YBI, where we discuss opinions and strategies on how to better your financial selves. We are back for a different type of episode today. We want to do something a little bit different. This is going to be called the social media spotlight. So what we want to do is we want to partner with other social media content creators, and we want to bring them onto the show to talk about their financial journeys, struggles, etc. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. So Roman, who do we have today?
Here we got Gracelyn. Got Gracelyn from
The Purity Co.
We got a social media creator with us today. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Gracelyn Sorrell.
Yes. So my name is Gracelyn Sorrell, and I am a purity advocate, and I am the founder of the Purity Co., where we create content, host conferences, and cultivate community. So, I mean, I've been a YouTuber since 2016, and it's definitely been a journey to say the least. I mean, from, wanting all the followers, wanting all the recognition to not, having that as soon as I thought it would come to now just doing my own thing, not worried about, the followers or even the fortune of it all, but simply just getting the message of purity out.
Okay, so what made you want to get started with this whole process?
Yeah, I mean, it was really from people, honestly. People really wanted me to showcase my personality and my character. And it really just came from people like encouraging me to begin my YouTube channel on just my story. And just what I knew about. So I just started by being inspired by other people. Like, you should start a YouTube channel, you should get on social media. And I'm like, I don't really want to do that, but I just decided, you know what, I do have something to say. So I mean, I'll say it the best way I know how.
All right, so yeah, this is her Instagram page. The links to follow are all below. You guys are more than welcome to go check her page out. Again, this is a collaboration of minds and hearts coming together to publicize each other. That's kind of what we want to do here with the platform that we've created. So make sure that you guys are going to follow her, check out her content as well. But being a financial show, let's just talk about how the financial aspects have affected you in terms of your YouTube channel. Were you working somewhere else to kind of substantiate where you are now, or were you just kind of like, you know what, let me do this and see if money comes with it?
Listen, started from the bottom. Like, I mean, from being a janitor and cleaning bathrooms, making money that way while YouTubing, like that was my source of income. I mean, it wasn't a lot, but it definitely sustained me since I, was an entrepreneur, and I'm trying to make it in this world of entrepreneurship when I'm like, okay, there's not really much money. There's not much, financial income coming in. So I'm like, you know what? I need some way to sustain like my life and get my day-to-day needs. And I mean, it started with just like leaning on, my mom to like take care of me and to, help me get my basic needs. And I just had to be okay with being in that position for a little bit until, yes, I eventually recently actually got a job that definitely fits like what I'm doing and what I'm called to. And it's perfect for my season of life. But I mean, financially, it's definitely been like kind of like started from the bottom, and we're just making our way up to, financial increase. So
what would you say basically from the time you started all this to getting to the point now where you're actually starting to feel like you're generating more revenue? How long do you feel like that journey took you?
yeah, it's always been sporadic. So with YouTube, I mean, you don't get money just based off of, like a small amount of subscribers or a number of views. Like, you have to get monetized and advertisements and deals with big companies. So I mean, yeah, I wasn't getting money from YouTube, but I definitely I started with just simply getting like these small gigs, and that kind of sustained me throughout, and just having that connection with people on YouTube and like people discovering my videos. So I kind of just got acquainted with people, and that's kind of how just everything started growing.
But what are some of the major misconceptions in doing YouTube and social media as a job?
Oh, yes. So, I mean, I think a big one is like, kind of like I just said, people think you just get money. I mean, when that ain't true, you're not always consistently getting revenue unless you have this huge following and these deals. So, I mean, I think that's a huge misconception. And also, just that, you're going to be YouTube famous, or you're going to be someone making this huge amount of money just because people are following you. No, you have to work for the financial freedom. You have to work for that. And I don't think that all the time is just given to us. And I think that's a huge misconception. Like, you just get on social media and you're just going to blow up. No, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes consistency, and it takes commitment. So I think the biggest thing is just like, it's not just going to come to you. You've got to work hard for it.
If it's a passion, it's something you
At
want
the
to
same
do,
time, you
you
got to
gotta
be
work
doing.
hard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's got to be something that you want to do and that you enjoy doing, because we're in the same position, really. Because this is a labor of love at this point. Roman had his vision that he wanted to create, and that's what we've been doing. And we've been pressing forward, continuing to do this. So, especially for anybody else that's trying to get into the social media spaces, make sure that it's something that you really care about, that it's something that you're passionate about, because you're going to have to generate ideas. You're going to have to generate that content. You're going to have to come up with a plan of action and make sure that you're able to walk that out for a prolonged period of time, because we're still financially backing the company. We don't expect the company to pay us, but at the same time, it's just like when you're starting any job or business, you can't expect to start getting paid from that company, and they say for like the first 2-3 years, like, it can really take some time for you to get these things done. So especially if you're looking to jump into the spaces of social media, make sure that you have financial backing, but you also have content and you have passion for what it is that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that rolls right into the question of saying, like, what are some negatives you've had financially due to like running your channel or business?
Oh gosh, some negatives. I mean, just the delay. I feel like just the delay of success, quote unquote, or even the finances. And just, we're living in a world where we want this instant gratification. And I feel as though I started out with that mindset of, okay, I want this now. I want money now. I want success now. And I want just everything to blow up and be huge. But I think just a negative has really been that mindset of, okay, there's going to be delay. And I've had to shift into the positive mindset of, you know what, that's okay. It's going to happen when it happens. It's going to happen when it's time. And I mean, I live by, every soul matters. So even if you have one person watching, that's one soul, and that you could change that person's life. So I think that negative is quickly turned into a positive of saying, you know what, delay is not denial, and either way there's growth, even if one person is watching.
So on the flip side of that, would you say, what financially have you been able to do because of either your process or the patience, et cetera? What specifically financially have you been able to achieve through your channel?
I mean, so much. And that's not through YouTube giving me a check. That was through connection with real people who were like, you know what, I'm seeing your content and we want you to come speak here, or, can we interview you? And just opportunity through the platform itself that has given me this great opportunity to just connect with real people, get real money instantly, and like just cultivate this community that is authentic. So, I mean, the platform has really just given me a voice to be able to reach those people that I need to reach while, getting paid for it.
So, like, for yourself and your own like inner peace and mental state, do you feel like you've gotten better and or / happier while you've been actually like working on something that you really want to do and really like put forth that effort to grow in yourself to do?
1000%. I mean, it's the best thing ever to love what you do and live in purpose, and like not making it all about money, but being able to make money and doing what you love. It's probably the best money that you can get. And I'm always talking about like wealth of mind. So in Purity, at the Purity Code, we talk about all about purity, mind, body, and soul. So not only, you know, purity physically or what everybody thinks when they think the word purity, but also wealth in your mind. Like, what are you thinking daily? What are you feeding yourself? What are you taking in? Are you trying to invest your money? And purity goes so much further, and it's beyond the surface. So, I mean, it's made me so much more full than, you know, before, when I was just, you know, sweeping a floor and I'm like, I'm just doing this for money. I don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel good about this. But now just, I feel like there's purpose in me. And I feel like anyone will feel that when they're doing what they love to do.
Offline, we were kind of talking about how you were watching our channel, which is kind of how we connected here. And you were able to purchase a car for cash, you know, kind of take our advice on being able to do things with cash. So is that true? And, you know, how did that journey kind of walk out for you?
Yeah. So, okay. So I'm all about positive declarations, right? And I actually declared at 18 years old that I want to purchase my first car in cash. And I mean, I didn't know what that meant for me, but I mean, I knew that I wanted to do it. So, I mean, just even watching YBI and Dave Ramsey and just, you know, hearing this financial goodness, to me, it was just like, uh-oh, what did I say?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Zion got a thing with Dave Ramsey.
Man, me and Dave Ramsey aren't like, we not homies like that, but you know, it's fine.
I mean, it's simple. I mean, it's one quote that really was just like, pay your stuff in cash. Like, if you can, do it. So it's not like I'm like religiously watching his stuff, but it's like, okay, actually, if I can, I will. So with the car, I'm just like, I get to the dealership and it turned out that I couldn't finance the car for one reason or another. Not that I didn't have the money to, but just stuff with work. So, you know, I was like, what's my other option? And they said, you know, you could pay it in cash. And I'm just like, okay, you know, I can do that. So, I mean, it was just a sporadic thing. And I mean, I'm blessed and honored to be able to say, like, I purchased my first car at 21 and I purchased in full. So, you know, YBI has definitely just helped me even to just be like, if you can, then you should. And I did, and I got to worry about a car note. So it's really good, you know.
Invest in yourself, grow yourself. So right now, how are you finding a balance in being a content creator and working?
Well, yeah. So I mean, the balance is just all about, I feel like, focus in every moment. So I mean, from going to work to coming home and having to work on my own content, I just have to make sure that I'm finding that focus in every moment and being sure that I'm not wasting my time, that I am investing time and mental space for, you know, the Purity Co. and for just my calling in life. So I think that it's all about like time management and making sure that I'm putting my thoughts where they need to be, when they need to be there, and just investing in that way. I mean, not only financial investing, but, you know, investing your mental state and your mental capacity to whatever you're called to in this season of life.
Yeah, so what she said was to go back and watch Invest in Self. That's what she said. That's what I heard. That's specifically what I heard. But we just got, hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm a hype man.
And you know, it's gonna be hard work. I watched an interview with the 20-year-old millionaire yesterday. Basically said, you know, like no matter what, he kind of felt like hard work is always going to bring success on whatever level that may be. But it may take that one little bit of luck or from that networking for you talking to that one person who gets you to 1 million views or who ends up like making that angel investment into your company or anything like that. But no matter what, you know, Steve Jobs or Jeff Bezos, the hardest workers they did working 60, 80 hours a week, their success was going to be inevitable. They were going to make money eventually. They may not be billionaires or whatever they are now, but eventually at least would have some success in their life. So that's a good takeaway from that. Just know how to invest in yourself. Put that time in to make more money later on or grow yourself.
Absolutely. So we just got a couple more questions here, and then we're gonna let you go. Would you say that there are any books, podcasts, YouTube channels that you would recommend for either people that are trying to get into social media creation, books that you would personally endorse, channels that you would personally endorse, or things that you just use in general to keep yourself motivated?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I saw this question when you guys sent it to me, and I'm like, Young Broken Investing. Come on. Like,
share, subscribe.
Like, share,
go
subscribe.
like, share, subscribe for the purity code. Come on, y'all. Let's get it.
I'm honestly, it's such a great platform. This was born in, you know, purity, in the purest form of like Roman, your thoughts, and just being able to create this, especially like in a pandemic. I think like that's amazing, and that we should watch, we should support, we should continue to invest into our minds and watch YBI, you know, stay plugged in. And like I said, even Dave Ramsey, I know that he has some good things that have encouraged me on his Instagram page, and just going through, you know, just scrolling through, like he has some good quotes. So, I mean, I think those are the main things. And also, you know, it comes from yourself, like your thoughts and, you know, what you feel in your heart. So like just being led by, you know, your inner self and making sure that you're making the right decisions. And yeah, I mean, that's really how I stay motivated. I mean, it's not even sitting there reading a bunch of books. It's really just like, I'm just led in the direction that I should go. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Nice.
Final question. How can viewers get in touch with you? What's the best way? We have all your social media platforms and everything down below, but what would be the best way for people to get in contact with you?
Yes, so Instagram is the best way, at Gracelyn Sorrell, and YouTube, my YouTube channel at Gracelyn Sorrell. You can find me there. Those are my main platforms, and also my website, gracelynsorrell.com. You know, you guys can reach out to me, ask me to speak, whatever, just DM me. We are here. I am here for you. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Nice. I'm actually gonna
Roman,
show a couple of your pages right there for peoples.
Yay.
Look at that, buying that car.
Yes.
So guys, yeah, definitely. In fact, here we go right here for the show how to do it. Bam, bam, subscribe. That's how you do that, guys. Hit the notification bell too. That's how you do that.
Notification bell.
That's how you do that one.
There you go. There you go. Well, that's going to be another episode for us, guys. Again, we thank Gracelyn Sorrell for coming onto the show and being the first social media spotlight for this week. As always, we appreciate you guys. So make sure that you're sharing, subscribing, commenting. Let us know what it is that you want to see. If you want to come and partner with us, we're always down for that stuff. Make sure that you're following Gracelyn Sorrell, follow us, all of that good stuff. And as always, you guys know what it is. We may be young and we may even be broke, but we are always investing.
Get money.
Always investing. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to Young Broken Investing. We just want to let you know that these are the opinions of the hosts. Are not meant to be the basis of any security purchases or investments. We're trying to give a little information out there for everybody, and have fun and be safe.